Welcome to the Raider Talks game preview. I am your host, Art Navarrete, here alongside Nick Ibarra. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button down below for Raider content all season long. Make sure to stay to the end. We'll be doing our keys to the game, our score predictions, and our offensive and defensive player of the game predictions for the Raiders. Nick, Raiders looking to go 2-0 in Buffalo. It's going to be a rowdy environment over there, especially coming off after a loss. They're going to be really hungry, so it's going to be a tough game, and we're really going to have to earn it.
Yeah, this one's going to be tough. They didn't play well Monday night at all. I think they're going to come back looking to start up some things pretty good. You know, the East Coast time zone's always kind of been our downfall a little bit. They spent all week in the East Coast. I'm excited for this one. Yeah,
I'm excited. I think it's gonna go well. I have a good feeling about this one, Nick, that we're going to be able to pull out a win.
No, I think so too. I was, looking at some things. Monday night, that was the first football game I've watched that wasn't Raiders in a very long time. Studying them, just seeing what they were doing, and they really didn't look too good. And they gave up a lot in the rush. And just some stuff that I see the Raiders doing well this Sunday.
Yeah, it could be a big game for Josh Jacobs, Nick.
Yeah. Breece Hall had a really good game. Just the running backs in general had a really good game. I think this could be Josh Jacobs coming out partying week here in week 2.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. The Jets probably have a better defense than the Raiders right now at the moment, but they don't have a quarterback like we do. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is way better than Zach Wilson. We got better running backs. We got better wide receivers. And I think offensively, we should do some damage.
Yeah, Zach Wilson really could... didn't get the ball going or moving the ball really well. Jimmy Garoppolo is a lot better than him, and he can do a lot better things with the ball in his hands. I think we can move the ball up and down that field and put up some really good points. This is going to be about defense. If they can stop Josh Allen and that arm, because when he gets going, there's no stopping him.
Josh Allen threw 3 picks last game. Looked very frustrated in his post-game interview. I feel like it's something that he's going to try to take it as a revenge game or whatever. But I think we're going to take advantage of him a little bit. Either way, he's going to either get crazy and we're going to get some picks, or he's going to be really conservative. And I think we're going to take advantage either way.
And I think that too. I think with the picks and everything takes out maybe Gabe Davis, their deep threat, because he was throwing crazy deep balls last week. And this could be something where he continues that. He's having a turnover problem ever since he came into this league. It's just about playing pressure on him.
For the Raider offense, Jacoby Myers will be out. Jimmy Garoppolo's #1 target last week. How do you think we're going to do without him?
I think you have a good receiver in Renfro who can come back, and I think Wilkerson's going to take a lot of his plays, and I think we're fine on the wide receiver position.
I think we're fine as well. I personally would want Jacoby Myers out for a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. I don't mind him taking as long as he needs because we're going to need him, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, we're going to need reliable receivers down the stretch, and get everything going, get his mind right, get everything right and going, and because we know how seriously these concussions are and how people come back from them.
Yeah, Renfro has dealt with some of these, and it felt like he never came back the same, even if he came back the week after.
And honestly, I felt like last year against the Cardinals, his concussion kind of ruined his season to begin with. And just take your time coming back, and this team's going to need you for down the stretch. Yeah,
and I think the running game with Josh Jacobs, Samir White, and those guys, I think it's really going to set up the passing game really well because obviously the Bills' defensive line didn't look like they were very good against the rush.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of yards, and I remember we were texting about it. If Breece Hall can do this, just imagine what Josh Jacobs is going to do.
Yes.
And, it's going to be really fun.
Defensively for the Raiders, Diabo had a really good game last game. Do you think this could be another field day for him if Josh Allen ends up being conservative on the day?
I think so. Throwing everything underneath. I mean, that's what he was doing the first couple series against the Jets, throwing everything underneath. I'm looking for him to have a couple of good days. A good day. A couple tackles for loss. And then even like Hobbs, like last time, just being everywhere and tackling everybody. I mean, this might be something where, here, we're going to give you the ball at the line of scrimmage and you go work with it. And if we can make plays and tackle, then they shouldn't get too far.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a game of adjustments for the Raider defense because you don't know how Josh Allen's going to come out in this first half of this football game. I'm expecting conservative. I'm expecting conservative Josh Allen. I think the Raiders can take advantage of that. But don't be surprised if we're beating the Bills and he's being conservative. all right, I'm gonna go back to what works, what I made I think AFC Championship with, or divisional game with, and go with the long ball again and just take chances after chances in the second half. So the Raiders are going to need to make adjustments toward that.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to make adjustments no matter what. I think you coming out in the first half, you got to try to stay in this ball game as much as possible. Don't let it get too carried away. Contain Josh Allen. Do everything, because once it gets closer into the fourth and we're still right there, then we have a really good chance of beating these guys.
Yes. Do you think we have a chance at beating them up pretty well? Or do you think it's going to be a close game?
East Coast time over there in the hostile environment, I think it's going to be close. I'm not sitting here expecting a 2-score game or a blowout or anything. This is going to be close, but it is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm expecting a similar score to last week. I think it's going to be maybe under the 20s for both teams. I think it's going to be a battle.
I think maybe mid-20s, but you're right.
Last week the Broncos really, they took their time.
They took their time. Yeah. I think this one, both teams are going to get more opportunities. I think we're going to sit there and score. They might sit there and score. They can score just like that.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to get the ball more than we did last week against Broncos.
Yeah, this is a good test for the Raiders early. If the Raiders can win this one, then the Raiders might be for real. I think we're for real. We think they're for real already, but people on the outside, NFL reporters, ESPN reporters, them, might take us more serious if we win this football game.
Yeah, hopefully. Just as we predicted, we beat the Broncos, and it was nothing about, hey, the Raiders won this. It was about, hey, Sean Payton did this, or Russell Wilson did this, Broncos did this. Let's put the spotlight on us. Let's go win this game and show them that we're here for reals.
All right, Nick. 3 keys to the game for the Raiders in this one.
Start early. We got to sit here and start early, no matter what it is. If it's running, if it's passing, even defense. If you're out there first, stop them, get the 3 and out, and let's go out and score. We've got to survive that first and second quarter. Most importantly, that first quarter.
Yes.
This thing can get ugly quick. I've seen the Buffalo Bills sit there and win it in the first quarter sometimes, and them coming off of I'm gonna say a big loss. Against a second string quarterback, it probably rubbed them the wrong way. They're going to come out looking for revenge. You just got to start early.
Yeah, my first key of the game is limit the penalties. A lot of penalties on defense that really killed us last game and put us kind of in a tough situation toward the end of the game.
Yeah.
So let's limit the penalties. Let's be a disciplined football team in this one.
My second one, win the turnover battle. We're going up against a turnover machine. Ever since he came into the league, he's leading the league in turnovers. If the ball is in your hands, get it. If the ball's on the ground, you got to go get it. We got to take advantage of these opportunities. Like I said, this is a turnover machine, a turnover team offense, and I just think that we've got to take advantage of that.
My second key of the game is strike first, strike early, whether on offense or defense. Offense, you got to go out, opening touchdown, get those Buffalo Bills fans feeling like, oh, here we go again. On defense, 3 and out, and then you got the Bills fans, a little mad, a little upset. So I think if we start early, we can maybe get these fans out of it a little bit.
Yeah, my third one, offensive line, win this ball game. You kept Jimmy G cleaned, all game last game. It was kind of Jacobs' fault too, a little bit, not being so shifty and not finding the holes right. Create some a little bit bigger holes for him and let him work. This could be a big day, and it's going to start at the offensive line.
Yeah, similar to you, I'm going just the trenches in general for the Raiders. Defensive line needs to be on point. Need to chase Josh Allen, get him running around a little bit. And the offensive line, continue to make holes, continue to give Jimmy G time. So that's my third key to the game. Now, offensive and defensive Raider player of the game predictions. Nick, we'll start offensively for the
Offensively, I'm going to go Jimmy G. I think last week he played a pretty good game, except for that one series in the red zone. First and goal at the 1. We didn't get nothing out of it. Manage his game well again. Do what you got to do to win. He's been in some big games. I think this is a big game. We've got to go home, going 2-0. And the Raider fans will be pumped up. 2-0 home opener. Jimmy G, go get it done.
Yeah, that's good that you said that. It's huge that the Raiders go 2-0, get everyone pumped up for that home opener.
Yes.
That's going to be really badass in Allegiant Stadium if that happens. My offensive player of the game, we actually swapped picks from last week. I'm going Josh Jacobs. Like you said, the Bills' defensive line didn't look too good, or linebackers or whatever, safeties, and they ran all over them. And I think Josh Jacobs is going to do the same, and I think he's going to get the most valuable player of the game for the Raiders in this one, offensively.
Yeah. And I also see him, knowing what the Jets did, I see him having a couple of carries for over 20-plus yards, too. Just because
I see that as well.
Just because of the big stuff that they were giving up.
And he's just going to be in better shape than he was last week. It's just every week he's just going to get better and better. And that's the good thing about Josh Jacobs returning. I know he didn't look like he was in the greatest running back shape last week, but he's going to get better and better each week. And I think this week's going to be a good he's going to look good.
Yeah, it was good that we did that. It was good that we won, and it was good that he got some rust off, and now we're going to use him right when we need him.
All right, defensive player of the game for the Raiders.
Divine Diablo. I looking at his PFF grade and what he was doing, like we said, if they play conservative, they throw stuff underneath. He's going to get some big tackles. He's going to stuff the run. He's going to do everything. Divine Diablo is going to have a real good game to a real good season that he's having already.
I love that pick. I really love that pick. I think he might have even stole my pick. So I guess I'll go with Max Crosby.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Max Crosby obviously is the defensive player of the game for the Raiders every game. That's just what it is. Sometimes we come up here and we say different defensive guy to try to switch it up, try to hope that this guy can go out and do something special, which I think Diablo is going to do something special. He looks like a special player at the linebacker position. But Max Crosby, he's going to be an animal. He's going to do his thing. He shows up 100% of the plays, 100% of the time. So Max Crosby is pretty easy.
Yeah, and if you have no one to choose from, it's Max Crosby. Or if everyone's having an off day, he's not having an off day. He's going to sit there and be in the quarterback's face all day long or make stuff happen. Max Crosby's going to do his thing this week, and I think there's going to be multiple just defensive guys that are really going to step up this week.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think it's just going to be a big week for the whole team. Score predictions for this one, Nick. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking 24-20 Raiders. I think we're going to have a lot more scoring opportunities. I think we're going to probably have a couple more punts than we did last week. But when it all comes down to it, we played a very good week one. Buffalo didn't. And I think if we study some things, look at tape, and just look at what they're doing or trying to do, we can stop them. And, it all just comes down to turnovers. If we can force some turnovers, this thing can go our way real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to go Las Vegas 20, Buffalo Bills 14, and the Bills are going to go down for a game-winning drive, but the Raiders are going to stop them.
Dang, that's two predictions.
I'm already nervous. 2014, and I think Buffalo Bills are going to have the ball. Everyone's going to be all pumped up, see what Josh Allen could do, but the Raiders are going to stuff them. Max Crosby with the sack to end the game.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. I mean,
if that happens, man.
You got me nervous right now. It's not even Sunday yet. No, I think no matter what, we can sit here and do these projections. As long as we come out of Buffalo with the win, I think that's all that matters. And this team's pumped up. This team's ready to go. They've been with each other literally all week. Like I said, they've been in the East Coast all week. And, they're ready. Well, let's do this.
Yeah, we're excited. Let's go into Buffalo and get a win. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.